My name is Alfie, and this is my presentation on improvisation. Action theatre. In action theatre, you can do a rehearsal technique called yes, let's, which helps you with your spontaneity and your fitness, which is important while doing action theatre because it's very physically based. During yes, let's, the aim of it is basically somebody stands at the front, the leader, and will shout out an action and say yes, let's do the action. The rest of the class, I say yes, let's, and do it. Whoever's got, and then somebody will like input with another yes, let's, and then everyone else will join in. Whole point of action theatre is kind of going along with it while on stage, just kind of improvising, not being scared to muck up, basically, because you're kind of just putting lines to your character as you go through, kind of learning what your character's about and stuff on stage. It's all part of the technique. Jacques Lecoq focused mainly on mask work. There was no dialogue in his pieces. He mainly focused on tableaus, quite a Greek theatre style. He they had, when performing like in Jacques Lecoq's style with the masks, you would more have to work with showing how you feel and your emotions through your body language rather than your facial expressions, obviously, because you're wearing a mask so you can't see your face. A famous quote from Jacques Lecoq was, "When no words have been spoken, one is in a state of modesty, which allows words to be born out of silence." That was a very strong motto for Jacques Lecoq. He liked to work off the basis of what he said there. Frantic Assembly. Frantic Assembly creates all different types of theatre and attracts a wide range of audiences. The way that it attracts a wide range of audiences is the fact that it can be in any sort of style. It can be dramatic and kind of gruesome with a lot of swear words, but it can also be quite childish and fun. It can range quite massively. They tend to create very beautiful pieces of physical drama by giving good representations of different types of things. For example, when the drama group Frantic Assembly did Beautiful Burnout, the way that they showed that somebody who was getting initiated into the boxing club was by putting the bandages around their hands and doing it in quite a unique style, kind of as they spoke as well, as the main coach was speaking to him, giving him good information about like, oh, you've got to be here on time. Very motivational. Next, Augustus Bowl, I think that's how you say it. Wait. Oh, a style that Augustus Bowl does in improvisation is somebody will act out like a scene that they've always wanted to do. Like they'll pick their own scene and they'll act it out themselves. It's called invisible theatre. So they'll act it out and everyone on stage has to like go along with it during improvisation and like kind of work with them. So say somebody wanted to act out scoring a goal in football and then celebrating, they would run up on stage and shoot at a goal, score, and then everyone around them would have to spontaneously join in with what they was doing to make the whole scene like come alive and seem very realistic. And then image theatre is like a very quick improvised style that he does where he's kind of trying to put across a meaning to things that he's doing, sort of giving a reason behind the acting and like what he's saying in his short pieces, so you learn a lesson from watching it. Imagination's important for improvisation because the better your imagination is, the quicker you can come up with an idea and the better the ideas can be. So say if you've got quite a bland imagination, you're not really gonna like push yourself out there as such and get as many like big ideas to put into your performance. And spontaneity kind of goes with imagination, where kind of saying you need to be able to think on the spot quickly. Say if you're in a performance and somebody does something, you need to be able to react spontaneously to what they do. Thinking ahead. You need to have an idea of what you're going to say before you say it during improvisation. It's very important in like comedic styles of improvisation. So you need to get ready with almost like a joke for when it comes to the point that you've got to do that. And looking for openings is more about timing. When you put yourself out there and like make the joke or like say a certain line, kind of gives it more of a meaning rather than just blurting it out like as soon as you think of it. Action reaction. A good example of action reaction is the chair duets that we do, because the best way of creating them is by one person will say put their hand on your leg and then you'll react to that. So that's their action and that's your reaction, and you'll create a piece by doing that. Got a video. Hot minute. As you can see by that, there was a lot of like quick action and then in response movement. Response. As an actor doing improvisation, you need to quickly be able to respond to anything that happens on stage. So say like somebody says something to you, you can't stand there and and ah about what you're going to say. It needs to be like a snappy reply to it for the improvisation to actually like kind of roll and make sense and work effectively. A good example of this is Whose Line Is That Anyway, where they are very good at improvising scenes.
Hey, time to congratulate our very own Colin Mockery for being named People Magazine of Canada's Sexiest Man Alive. If you don't believe me, drive up to Canada and check for yourself. We're going to continue the show with a game called Party Quirks. Brad is the host. And I want to come here, Brad. On the cards there, these guys, we've given them each a strange quirk or identity. Brad has to guess what this quirk or identity is. I know, it's great. I got them right here, too. They're hilarious. Watch the line over there. I'll bring you one at a time into the party that Brad's throwing. And with the doorbell there. Brad, whenever you're ready, start the party.
What do I got? Fiddle faddle? Oh, finally again. I've been here for an hour and a half. Hello? Hi! Hey, great party! A great party! It's really cool! Nice to see you! 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 Nice to... Yeah! Want to get some dip? I don't think I want the other party guests. Seems like a win-win situation. I'll take it back from you when you're dead. Hey, you're opening my TV.
improvisation, a very big part is to take risks. You need to kind of, if you don't take risks while you're doing an improvisation piece, you're not going to get anywhere. You're kind of just going to remain on the same boring note because nobody's going to take it anywhere. So you need to kind of push yourself out there and do something that you're not really comfortable with, like say just throw something big into the improvisation to make everything change, like the mood and the way that you perform. Such as I'd say, you're just in a room, you're having a conversation with someone, you're just improvising what you say, and then out of nowhere you could be like, somebody that you don't like's arrived, so you completely change your physicality and the way that you speak and change the way you stood in the room, and it just kind of switches everything off, you know what I mean? Interaction. You need to be able to interact with people effectively, be able to talk to them and do whatever you need to do with them while on stage to make the improvisation work. So say if you need to hold someone's hand, you need to be able to do that quite quickly, interact with them, and that's kind of what I have to say for that. You got any questions?